couple times, Sue just went after Kamara, just went and hit him. And it knocked Drew Brees off rhythm for a second where he had to look away and try to go upfield with it. And it just shook up the rhythm of the offense. So I think they'll do that quite a bit. And so my bottom line is Brady's greatest challenge in a Super Bowl will be this Sunday. I believe if he wins it, it will be his greatest achievement. And I believe he will win it because I believe he's been on a mission all season long to get even with what happened in last year's Super Bowl thanks to Bill Belichick. I think he's been on a mission to get even with his head coach for not playing Malcolm Butler in last year's Super Bowl because Tom Brady had a spectacular game. All-time playoff record, 505, 33 points, the most Super Bowl losers ever scored. And he, as you say, again and again, took the L, I think in large part because Malcolm Butler somehow got doghouse for the game and didn't play a single snap. And I think it really motivated, almost a la Deflategate, Tom Brady through this year. He's back where he started last year, and he wants to right the wrong of the loss to the Eagles because he thinks, I believe, that they were better than the Eagles, that they should have won that game. So now he'll be on a mission to just simply win in spite of Belichick's defense, to outscore Sean McVay. And I believe he will. And I think Sean McVay will be able to play Madden against Belichick's defense while Tom Brady will be playing chess against Wade Phillips. And I believe chess will beat Madden in this game because slowly but surely, Tom Brady will figure out how to pick apart the Rams defense in many sort of unforeseen little ways, here, there, to your point. Some run plays, some pass plays we're not expecting. I expect Philip Dorsett to be more of a factor than he has been. I think he's going to get deep a couple of times, and Tom will have just enough time to hit him deep. And I believe that over time, he will win the game of keep away. Not like he did against Patrick Mahomes, but I think the Patriots will go 35 to 25 minutes in time of possession. And do you realize through those first two playoff games, New England is 20 of 33 on third down against the Chargers and the Chiefs. 20 of 33, that's 61%. Well,
50% if you want to win this game on Sunday.
Well, you better. Yeah, if you allow them to convert 60% or, like you said, 13 of 19 at Kansas City,
you're losing.
Brady's going to lose that. So, to me, I have never seen Tom Brady any better than he was against the Chargers and the Chiefs. I think he's playing at the highest combined mental, physical level we've ever seen play quarterback. And I think that's the guy you're going to see. I think the guy you're going to see is the guy who walked into the facility a couple of weeks back, according to NFL Network, and said to nobody in particular, I'm the baddest man on the planet, except he said the baddest MF on the planet, right? And
yes, he did.
That's the guy who's Michael Jordan in sheep's clothing. That's the guy who's a cold-blooded assassin disguised as the corny dad down the street. That's the guy you're going to see. Psycho Tom's going to emerge once again on Sunday against his greatest challenge, and I believe that he will ultimately just outscore Sean McVay. That's what it comes down to me, and that ultimately I'm going to take Tom Brady over Jared Goff. I think Jared Goff somewhere in the fourth quarter will make one big mistake because he's Jared Goff, and he's a nice kid, and he's a good player. I don't think he's anywhere near the level of Super Bowl competitor that Tom Brady is. So, you know what? I'm back to my bottom line. I tell you week after week, there's one man in sports I do not bet against, and it's Thomas Edward Patrick Brady. I am not betting against him. I am taking the Patriots 37 to 35. I've got higher score than you do. You said 33 to 30. I'm going 37 to 35. And I believe that you dared to bet a case on that or more.
Yes.
Yes.
Really?
More than one?
Put two on it.
Put two, says Shannon Sharp, the Hall of Famer, says two. Yeah. I will accept that bet. Thank you very much.
Do I get 2.5 points?
You get nothing and like it.
Whoa, what's up? Come on, this is the Super Bowl.
You get nothing. Nope. I'm going back to bet Chris. Do I get 3.5 points, right?
That wasn't the line.
No,
that was the line he was thinking about.
It should have been.
But if you remember, in the previous 8 Super Bowls, the Patriots have only scored 3 points in all of those games. So what that tells me that Coach Belichick wants to play his way into the ball game. Don't do anything crazy.
You're talking about in the first
Let's not hold on to the football
and
try to get big plays down the field. No razzle-dazzle. we're not going to try to win the game in the first quarter. We just don't want to lose it in the first quarter.
I don't know. I saw a new Tom Brady against the Chargers and Chiefs early on because I saw a new Bill Belichick.
I said Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, Bill Belichick finally started winning pregame tosses and saying, you know what? Maybe I should let the greatest quarterback in history have the football first. Maybe I should.
Oh,
maybe
that's what he's thinking?
Yeah, maybe I should for once. Maybe I'm seeing the light.
So what is he going to do
finally.
Sunday if they win the toss? They're the visitors. They get to call it. They'll call heads.
They will call heads. Maybe they'll win heads. It usually comes up heads. I don't know why, but it just does.
And what will they do? Will they take the ball or defer?
Well, that will be a significant choice for the coach of Tom Brady, who I sometimes wonder if he really wants Tom Brady to win a 6th Super Bowl, even though they're joined at the hip. But I don't know. Maybe he'll defer. And maybe I will quickly do an all-caps tweet. What are you doing, Bill Belichick?
First of all, this is not a Jerry Jones, Jason Garrett situation where Jerry wants all the credit with none of the culpability for losing. When Tom Brady loses, Coach Belichick loses. When Coach Belichick wins, Tom Brady wins. So I don't really think Coach Belichick was out there being, as you termed the new word, sabotagey last year. Nor do I believe he will sabotage or be sabotagey this year.
I don't know. Sometimes I think Bill's he's satisfied he got his 5, and he just doesn't want to see Brady get a 6th.
Man,
Five's pretty good, you know.
Skip.
Yeah.
So if Brady gets a ring, Coach Belichick does it? If Coach Belichick gets a ring, Tom Brady does it?
Who did Coach Belichick want to win this ring for him this year? Jimmy Garoppolo,
Skip,
right?
Skip. But so what? It was an arranged marriage. That wasn't Coach Belichick's second love. That's not who he wanted to be with. Okay, I get it. But they're making the best of this situation.
I think Tom Brady's making the best of this situation, and I think Belichick arguably is the luckiest coach in NFL history to have had Tom Brady because, as we've mentioned earlier this week, the Patriots have played now in 8 Super Bowls going into 9th, and in those 8 Super Bowls, the average margin of victory is 4.25 points.
Yeah, one possession.
So that means that every game came down to this play or that play, and mostly Tom Brady made the plays that won the game because he's got 5 rings thanks to 5 game-winning drives in fourth quarter or overtime. So once again, I think Bill Belichick's going to be very lucky to have a Tom Brady to cancel out, to make up for, to overcome the defense that he's putting on the field, which is torchable. It's flammable, as you've seen regularly this year.
But they just seem to always come down with a play when they need to. They always, in the most opportune of times, or when you see all hope is lost, somehow that defense rises to the occasion, and they make a play.
And what happened in overtime at Kansas City? 3 times.
They got the ball, and my homeboys never touched the field.
Okay, 3 times on not just 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 7. It was 3rd and 10, 3 straight times. And Tom Brady hit Edelman twice and Gronk once for huge plays that put them in position to close the deal. And by the way, to finish out the supporting cast, I realized that obviously Sony Michel's turned into I'm just going to call him a solid rookie back. He's pretty good, but seriously, is he C.J. Anderson? We didn't even really get into C.J. Is he Todd Gurley? Even though Gurley seems to have been hurt, I don't think he's hurt now. So running game edge goes big to the Rams, right?
Well, here's the thing about Todd Gurley, Skip. If you remember, when he had all those weeks off leading into the divisional round, he put together a big game against the Cowboys. When he only had 1 week of rest, things didn't go quite as well against the Saints. Okay, so now he has that 2-week period.
Advantage Rams.
So we'll see. If he doesn't get the lion's share of the carries, that should tell you something, Skip. In this game of this magnitude, if he's not carrying the lion's share of the work, something has to be wrong. Wouldn't you assume that?
I just don't know for sure. But to me, I think Sean McVay saw CJ as the hotter of the backs in that he's going to ride the horse that became CJ because CJ's been a beast of a horse, man. He's been their driving force. And again, if they win this game the way you say, I think CJ's got a good shot of being MVP of this game.
Oh, he absolutely does.
And if he is the MVP of this game, it will be the most unlikely off-the-couch MVP in Super Bowl history. Am I right? Because on December, 16th, he was still on the couch?
Yep.
Having been cut by, 3 teams this year? Yeah, 3 teams.
Broncos, Carolina,
and Raiders.
It's a good story.
Wow. I'd say that'd be an incredible story. But the better story is going to be number 12. Once again, I'm sorry to inform you of that. So we've got 2 cases of dew. Thank you very much. The Breakfast of Champions, the Nectar of the Gods Diet Mountain Dew.
Well, too bad you won't be having nothing to drink for your breakfast.
Really?
Because them cases of dew will be in my dressing room.
Well, that would be a first.
Okay, we'll have to see about that.
It won't be the last.
Okay, we are going to talk more about the Super Bowl a bit later in the show, but we have been patiently waiting.
Here we go.
LeBron is back, and these guys are about to give out some letter grades for the king. I kind of feel like I know where Shannon's going, but what will Skip say? What grade next?